You've seen them, right? The bodybuilders on stage with these massive, absolutely shredded physiques. They look like they're carved out of granite. But have you ever really stopped and wondered what is actually happening inside their bodies to even make that possible?
I mean, seriously, how does a normal human being get that superhuman? We're going to go way beyond the locker room talk today and get right into the biological truth of it all.
Because the real secret to building that almost unbelievable exterior, well, it lies in hijacking the microscopic machinery that's working deep, deep inside the body. All right, let's get into it. So, to really understand this crazy transformation, we have to start with the tool that makes it all happen. What exactly are these anabolic steroids that just completely change the game?
Okay, so at their core, it's actually pretty simple. They're just lab-made synthetic versions of testosterone. But when someone uses them, they aren't just giving their body a little boost. No, they are absolutely flooding it. And when I say flooding, I mean it. We're talking about jacking up the amount of testosterone in your blood by 10, 50, even 100 times more than your body would ever produce naturally. This isn't just a small adjustment. It's a biological tidal wave.
So how does that tidal wave actually work? Well, that synthetic hormone cruises through the bloodstream, finds the androgen receptors inside your muscle cells, and basically unlocks them. That's the key. It sends this incredibly powerful signal to kick muscle protein synthesis into complete overdrive. It's like taking your body's natural repair and grow system and putting a rocket engine on it.
Okay, so that's the internal chemistry. That's what's happening on the inside. Now let's look at how that hidden process builds those incredible, visible results that everybody sees.
What's so wild here is how all these effects just compound on each other. You get more nitrogen retention, which puts your muscles in a constant state of building. Your recovery time just plummets, which means you can hit the gym harder and more often. All of this creates the perfect storm for insane muscle growth, huge strength gains, and that signature full, dense look.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. The reason these physiques look impossible for a natural athlete to achieve is because, well, from a biological standpoint, they are. You're fundamentally rewriting the rules of how the human body works. But, and this is a big but, changing the rules always comes with a cost.
Because this is the part of the story that gets whispered about, if it gets mentioned at all. When you push your body's chemistry so far beyond its natural limits, you better believe your body is going to push back hard.
And this slide really lays out that brutal trade-off. For every single goal you're chasing, there's a serious biological price to pay. You want more testosterone? Fine, but your body shuts down its own production. You want faster growth? That comes at the cost of serious strain on your heart and liver. It's a deal you're making with your own biology, and the terms are definitely not in your favor.
Let's just focus on that first one because it's so important. Your body's endocrine system is incredibly smart. It senses this massive, unnatural flood of testosterone, and it basically panics. It says, whoa, 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 we have way too much. Shut down the factories, stop production now.
And the fallout from that shutdown, and just the general hormonal chaos, it's severe. The factories, your testicles, they shrink from being put out of commission. All that excess testosterone can convert into estrogen, causing things like gynecomastia. And meanwhile, your blood pressure can skyrocket, your cholesterol balance gets thrown completely out of whack, and your liver is just working overtime trying to process all these powerful synthetic drugs. So here's the crazy paradox. While the outside of the body is being built up to look absolutely superhuman, the internal systems, the ones that actually keep you alive, are actively breaking down. It's the ultimate illusion of strength covering up a deep fragility.
Which brings us to our final reality check. It's time to weigh the prize against the real, long-term price you have to pay.
When you lay it out like this, the imbalance is just staggering, isn't it? The aesthetic gains, which are temporary and need constant, difficult maintenance, they are completely dwarfed by the potential for permanent, lifelong physiological damage. And think about this. What happens when your body's natural testosterone production shuts down and never comes back online? You become dependent on injections for the rest of your life, not to get bigger, but just to feel normal. You're literally chained to the very thing you started. So, in the end, it all just boils down to this one single question. It's a choice between a temporary, perfect-looking body and the long-term health of the only body you will ever have. The science can show you the path to that superhuman physique, for sure, but it also shines a very, very bright light on the cost.